So in today's video, I just kind of want to talk something out, have a conversation. It's like not that big of a deal, but basically I just want to talk about stress and the way stress impacts my running workouts and honestly hinders a lot of my training. I'm not really talking about pre-race or pre-workout nerves here. Honestly, that's like a whole other topic for another video. I'm talking about the stress here that is caused by other factors in your life and it begins to trickle down into your training. So for me, this comes and goes in phases. Sometimes this will last a few weeks, sometimes it'll just kind of pop up on a day-to-day kind of basis. So most often for me, it's not my easy runs or my recovery runs that are affected. The stress that I feel outside my life, they really start to impact my workouts. So things like tempo runs, speed work, race pace stuff, and sometimes even my long runs. Basically any sort of run or workout that requires a lot of mental energy and focus. And that energy isn't there because I'm too busy stressing about something that's gonna happen later on in the day or something that happened yesterday or in the future. It's honestly like a pretty awful feeling. I hate it. So I start my run or my workout with a really like tight chest, shallow breathing, my legs feel like lead, and just like the entire time I'm on the verge of tears. And most often than not, it ends up me stopping and crying and having the actual breakdown. Something that I've noticed lately is that I do get stressed like really easily, and I don't really know why. Like as soon as there's something that I need to do, it ends up just like weighing on me so much, and to the point where I'll wake up in the middle of the night and I'll be thinking about it. And then when I wake up ready for my run, I'm already thinking about that one thing that I'm stressed about and I can't even focus on my run. That being said, sometimes this panic kind of mode starts from when I warm up. Sometimes I'm in the middle of my first or second rep during my workout. And sometimes it's happening the night before when I'm waking up and I'm feeling stressed during those moments when I'm awake during the night. And I automatically start thinking about my running workout, how I can't do it, and you know, different reasons why I can't do it, whether it's physically or mentally, and it's just a whole spiral. I hate it, and it's really caused me to miss out on some valuable training and some valuable workouts. And I get mad at myself when it happens, and then I get even more stressed and more upset, and it's just like a vicious cycle. So I probably noticed that this started back in college when I was really struggling with my mental health and I was just super stressed from school and just things that I was dealing with. I would just start to breathe during workouts like very rapidly. My shoulders would get all tense, the pace would just fall off, and my legs would just go absolute lead, and I'd end up not finishing the workout. So since I have experienced this for a while now, there are some things that have helped me in the past kind of get through it. And I really want to emphasize that this isn't really affecting my easy runs or my recovery runs. It's really affecting my workouts and my quality sessions, like I said, that need that mental energy and that mental focus in order to be successful. So the number one thing that has really helped me is running with a friend. The other day I was watching a YouTube video of Team Boss, Emma Coburn and Danny Jones. They were just like ripping this awesome track workout together, and it just made me crave and really miss having a team and a group of girls or people to run with, and I really do miss that. I just wish I could go back with the mindset and the mentality and the health that I have now and be able to utilize my teammates more and just acknowledge how beneficial it is to have people by your side pushing you through workouts, having just for company and people just boosting that morale. So I have had the chance to run with an old teammate. Luckily, back in the fall when I was training for my marathon, she would hop into a few of my workouts, some of my long runs, and it was just makes such a difference. So there were definitely a few workouts when I met up with my friend that I really felt like I was starting in a panic, or I was really distracted and unmotivated, and I just thought it was gonna be another workout where I wasn't gonna do. But having my friend there was just so helpful, kind of just forced me to get through the reps and get through the workout, and just told myself, okay, stick with her and you'll be okay. And if she wasn't there, I honestly would have panicked halfway through the rep or whatever we were doing that day, and I would have honestly gone home with another workout incomplete. Like literally, she is the reason I was able to get through some of those really quality marathon workouts, and I can't thank her enough. So another thing that I really like to do is switch to effort-based workouts. So if I'm feeling really stressed, whether it's in the middle of the rep or whatever, but I'm able to get myself through it, a lot of times switching to effort-based can be super beneficial. And this is actually something that my coach has implemented more in my training, because he knows that sometimes I struggle with hitting certain paces when I'm feeling really stressed or like I'm going to break down. So switching to effort-based can be super helpful because at least I'm still getting the workout in and I'm listening to how my body is feeling and that perceived exertion, and I'm still getting in that workout even if it wasn't as fast or as perfect as I wanted it to be. So another thing that I love to do, and I made a whole video about this, is mantras. And mantras can just really help your mental strength. And for me, this comes in phrases and words and sentences, and sometimes I start saying these mantras the night before a workout or the week before a workout. Sometimes I have a mantra that sticks with me for an entire month or an entire training cycle. But it's these mantras that really kind of dig me out of a hole. If I'm about to break down during a workout, I can just really hold on to whatever that mantra is and just keep repeating it in my head over and over again and try to take my mind away from the stress and get back into the workout and recenter my focus. So kind of going along with mantras, I love visualization. This is more like the visualization when I'm doing my runner workout and I kind of picture like my strongest self. So recently during workouts, I've been picturing myself, whether it was in my half marathon race where I ran my PR or my marathon, and just remembering how I was able to push through the pain that I felt during those two races and come out with a performance that I was really proud of. And just kind of channeling myself and kind of putting myself back into that race scenario and telling myself, Anna, you got through 20 miles running so-and-so pace. You can get through this 4 or 5 mile tempo, and just remember that you can do challenging things, you can be uncomfortable for a long period of time, and you can finish this workout. So the last thing that I want to talk about is something that I actually just really started kind of researching and came across, and something that has worked for me so far. I've only been doing it for a couple of weeks, but this is compartmentalization. And basically that is being able to separate your life into separate parts. It's a lot of different mindfulness as well. Being present in the moment and being able to focus on the task at hand that you are currently doing. This could be running, this could be work, this could really be anything, but it's just focusing on where your feet are. So a lot of times when I wake up and I have a workout, first of all, the first thing I do is I go on my phone and I kind of just mess around when I'm making my coffee, drinking my water, and I'll see an email or see something on Instagram that will totally just spark like some stress in me, and I'll spiral down and I'll ruin my mentality going into that workout. The past couple times, what I've done, I will wake up in the morning and I'll go make my shot of espresso and get my Cliff Bar, and I won't go on my phone. I'll start my dynamic stretches right away and I'll let myself wake up and kind of either sit outside, and I really just think about what I'm going to do, whether it's a tempo run or mile repeats or a long run. I think about what I'm about to do, and I let my first couple hours in the morning be solely designated to my training and to my running. So I really try not to focus on something that I might have later on, because there's nothing that I can do about it. Right now, it's about running, it's about my workout, and it's about training. And it takes a lot of hard work and some focus to really make sure that I'm fully separating those 2 hours, my running workout, and really not letting my mind drift into the other areas of my life. But for the mornings that it has worked, I was able to get through a tempo, 5 mile tempo, feeling like I was fully present and not feeling like I was stressed about something else. And it has been really refreshing, because then I remember what it's like to finish a workout and to feel proud of myself, and then it sets the tone for the rest of my day. And I'm honestly so happy that I've really started to try hard at separating my running from the rest of my life, because like I've been saying this entire video, other life stressors have severely impacted my running, my workouts, and my training, and it makes me so frustrated because I lose that consistency. And while I do think it's really important to allow yourself grace and to be kind to yourself, there comes a point, at least for me, where it's just frustrating and I want to get faster, I want to get better. I have goals in running that I have not accomplished yet, and I'm determined to get after them. So I need to figure this out, and I can't keep having breakdowns every 1 or 2 workouts. So just really focusing on being mindful in my run, in my workout, in my training is something that I'm really trying to implement here. So another reason why I wanted to make this video is because I still have so much progress to make, so much improvement to make on the mental side of running and dealing with the stress. So it's almost kind of like I want to make this basis video, and then hopefully later on, you know, whether it's after my next marathon or next race or in a few weeks or a few months, I'm able to come back and reflect. I've been able to get in some exceptional training. All right, so if you made this far, thank you so much for watching. I don't know if you can relate to what I'm talking about here. I know running is a stress release for a lot of people, and it is for me as well. I start to feel that stress release after a workout or after a run, and sometimes during it as well, when I can kind of just channel into my surroundings. But when something else is distracting me, I'm unable to have that mental energy to focus on my training. So I'm working on that now to make myself love running even more than I do, but also be able to go after my goals with confidence and with grace. And so if you have any other methods to kind of help you if you deal with outside stress affecting your training, definitely let me know in the comments below. Thank you again for watching. Don't forget to click that like button and subscribe to my channel. I will see you in my next video, but until then, as always, happy running.